Ooh, a little bit of snow. It was coming down pretty good earlier today, kind of warmed up a little bit and everything kind of turned to rain. So not too bad, but got the Volvo back at the house, which is fine. I was hoping to get this thing rolling today. However, came out after I drove it home, cranked it over, and it went and lost all power. So battery I had was shot. However, I did have a 3-year warranty on the battery. Stopped by the old Wally World. I think that's where I got this last time. And no questions asked. They replaced it for me. So popped the hood on this thing, dropped the new battery in, be back on the road, which is sweet. We go from a driveway full of Fords to a driveway full of Volvos. Just like that. Nothing fancy here at all. Just quick little battery install. Kind of a boring video actually, but when you gotta stand outside in the snow, I figured I'd show you what that looks like for anybody not in the Midwest and or colder regions where they get snow. I don't know what that would ever be like. I don't know how you can go through an entire year without seasons. It'd be strange for me. When do you guys have time to fix all your stuff? It'd be terrible. But being in the Midwest and being that I don't actually do this, I like using these little stupid wafer oily things to protect the terminals. Not at all required, but when your stuff's parked outside all year and totally neglected, not the worst thing in the world. So we got 2 little 10 mils here. That was hard. I had to find a 10 mil wrench today. Not a common one around these parts. But snug these down. Hopefully this works. Take this to the shop today, get some other work done. Mess around with that Evo Sporty a tiny bit more. And go from there. Finished up the carb for the Falcon. Not that that's going to be coming out for a little bit. I was looking at the forecast today. I think we're at a high of 20 something the rest of the week, which is terrible. This is not the right size battery for this, but it's the one that I had. So you put your extra oil right there, stationary battery tray, and we are good to go. Let's see what happens if we jump on the inside now. Man, I got kind of excited. My mom got this junky extra seat heater thing. I'm like, all right, well, the heated seat coil and this thing that came with it originally was shot. Oh yeah. Little stumble at first, but she's running. Just needed to convince itself to get going. Super excited on this, but it's like 3-inch foam padding, and I'm not crazy tall. I'm 6 foot tall. Felt like I was touching the roof. I was sitting way up here like this. Not a good situation for me, but where we are at with this. Service light is on currently, which is not the check engine light. That's the change the oil light, which I'm definitely overdue on. I did this once or twice. What is it? 275, 282. It's been changed in between there, but this car really only gets driven in the winter, pretty much from first snow through the thaw out, roughly. But we got her running. Only issue on this one is the tags are expired. So in order to fix that, I need to get this thing to pass emissions. It should do that, no problem. It's old enough where I get a couple of the emissions waived for the readiness sensors. I'm going to grab the scanner, throw that in the car. Other than that, since I did just have to flip-flop the batteries again, it completely reset the codes, so I can't even take this to emissions until the readiness monitors are good to go again, which will be roughly 40, 50 miles. Man, these Volvos, the drive cycle on these is kind of a pain. I've gone 200, 300, 400 miles without having the readiness actually engage on here, which really sucked. I was backed up against the time clock trying to get the sticker before the sticker expired. The last time I did this, which would have been 2 years ago, would have been, I think I was messing with it for like a week, a week straight of just driving the thing. Come on, checking the readiness, scanning it every time I drove. Then I looked up the actual factory drive cycle. Did the actual drive cycle once, which is really, really hard to do, next to impossible. Because it's like accelerate to 15 miles an hour, decel without touching the brakes, yada, yada, yada. Really strange, precise drive cycle, but I did that. and it worked. Cleared that day, brought it over to the emissions place, passed the test. 2 hours later, driving around, the last of the 2 fault sensors. I do not have an SAI pump on this, so that will not pass. And I don't remember what the other one is, maybe the evap thing, something in the evap system. So 96, it's 283,000 miles. Oh well, is what it is. I'll get it to pass emissions, update the sticker, and this is going to be the new winter daily, which I'm actually kind of excited about because I do thoroughly enjoy driving this car. If you've never driven a Volvo wagon with a 5-speed manual trans, strongly recommend giving it a shot. Definitely not the fastest thing in the world. I would argue it's actually extremely slow, but 5-speed wagon is awesome. I've had a stock 78 Sportster without the motor, so a complete roller, forks and wheels all on, in the back of this wagon. I've also picked up countless parts bins and parts lots in this. It's awesome for swap meets, it's awesome for everything else. Seats fold down flat. And then, I've never actually done it, but I did just see the original advertisement video. I don't know why it popped up on Facebook or on another channel or something, of 90s cars. This popped up, and that front seat and the driver's side actually compresses and folds completely down to get out of the way, where you can fit a ton, like full 8-foot boards of lumber in the back. Awesome car. Paid $1,000 for this with 210,000 miles on it. So I've put 70 on it in the course of that time. 1 set of tires, 1 set of brakes, radiator, and 1 upper control arm ball joint, I think. I had to do 1 suspension part on this in the duration of me having it. Other than that, it's been rock solid. Hopefully we can keep it rolling. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I know this is kind of a different video, nothing fun, nothing over the top, but for snow, that's where we're at. Back to winter mode. Winter vehicles are out. Catch you guys later.